let's see if this angle is correct or not. I'm going to check it again on the Prima page. Nope, it's not right. Okay. Let me check. Okay, so hi everyone. So everyone can hear me properly? Okay. So okay. So this seems like a good angle. I tried to clear my desk thinking that everything is gonna be horizontal, but somehow I can't make it horizontal on Facebook Live. Like I'm missing some technical stuff. Okay, so yeah, welcome to my class, guys. I am so excited for all of you to be here with me today, and I will be teaching you all how to make this beautiful tag. This has been made using the Dulce collection by Prima Marketing, and it is an absolute dreamy collection, very pretty, very soft, and perfect for a nursery, you know. Such kind of collection. It basically reminds me of my childhood. Going around the carousel was one of my favorite things to do, and this collection is just about that. It's like rainbows and unicorns and horses and everything. So yeah, so we're going to be making this beautiful tag, and I'm going to wait like for maybe like 2 more minutes so that everyone can join me today, and we're going to get started. So to begin with, let me go over the Dulce collection which I have right now, and I can show you some of the beautiful elements of this particular collection. So this is a paper pad, and it comes in different sizes. This one is 8x8 specifically, and let's see. So we have beautiful pattern paper inside this particular collection. And one thing which I really like about paper pads is that a lot of sheets, they have a lot of small elements too. So those can be individually cut and can be used, you know, to add more definition, more depth, and more details to your project. So we have this particular sheet which is total eye candy, and look at this one. This is so pretty, right? So in my latest project for Dulce, I used this particular coat and I added a chipboard frame around it. You can actually go and check that out on my Instagram or on Prima's official blog. So that is how I like to mix and match everything. I do a lot of fussy cutting in my layout. So like for example, this paper, I've already cut this part. So either I'm going to cut this particular element full as is, or maybe I'll just cut around, you know, the exact figure and, you know, add it to my project. So these are some more sheets, and generally I don't like wasting paper, so that is why you will see all these bits and pieces in there. And then I was trying to cut a carousel out of it for a different project, and I'll share that project very soon with you guys. But this is some of the cutouts, and like for me it's very hard to throw the paper. I'm like, okay, I have this horse, I'm gonna use this horse, right? So this is Dulce collection, and let's see, look at this sheet, it's so pretty. And the best part is you have like pattern paper on both the sides. So if you're making envelopes, they're so pretty because the insides are not blank, and or you don't have to mat it twice. So these are some more sheets of this beautiful collection, and this is it, guys. So this is the collection, and today we'll be using this particular collection to make our bags. So this is one product which is part of our Dulce collection. And so hi to everyone, Kanika, Rika, Martinez, Patricia, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll try to reply to all the comments as I go, and I am again very grateful and very thankful to all of you for joining me today for this live video. So now let's see more parts of this collection. We have a 4x6 pad of Dulce collection, and then I also have journaling note cards. These are my favorite, guys. Like, I use them so much in everything which I make. Like it just adds it gives me more layers. And look at this bingo one. It's so nice. So supposedly if someone was born on like 40, not 42nd, like 8th, you know, so you can just circle this one and add it on a birthday layout. So just little ideas which you can, the possibilities are limitless. Like there are so many possible things which you can do with our collections. So moving on, let's have a look at some more elements. I will try to, just a second, here, yeah. So we have some flowers, and I will just quickly show you what all flowers which we have. Some of these filler flowers, they are as important as the big ones, because you need to fill the places, fill the spaces properly for your project to look complete. Then we have some more flowers. And here we have the big ones, and look at this one, so pretty, beautiful flowers with some leaves. And then I have some more flowers. Here is another one, and you can clearly see like all the flowers which are here, they're pretty much inspired by our collection. The color scheme goes well, so that is why whenever I encourage you, if you buy a paper, buy some coordinating flowers, because they are basically made for that purpose only, so that everything coordinates well. So the next thing which I have is a puffy sticker in this collection, and some beautiful enamel charms. And I also have this beautiful ephemera kit which came with the collection. And now moving on, for the star of the show, we have this beautiful mold, and this is an absolutely gorgeous mold, and it came as a part of this collection, a coordinating collection. So let's get started with the project. The first thing which I'm going to do is I am going to mold my paws using some clay. So the process is very simple. We can just make a small round dough out of it, and then simply add it to the mold. You can use, like Sharon mentioned, we can use air dry clay, modeling material, hot glue, resin, anything. Our molds are very safe, food safe and everything. You can even use it for, you know, baking. Like, so very good high quality molds. And then we have this particular remove the extra. And guys, don't be impatient like me, otherwise you're going to break the piece. Just have a lot of patience when you are making this. And also, if you break, just insert it back again and add some more clay. It usually would mend itself. That's the beauty of these moldable materials and molds. Okay, so so in case you don't have patience like me, you can always use resin or hot glue. That is again a beautiful way to make stuff out of these molds. So here, my horse is ready, and I'm going to make one more piece using my hot glue. So I had left it to warm up, and I'm going to fill this mold with some hot glue. So guys, this piece will be ready in few minutes, but this one can take a day because it's an air dry clay. In case you guys are very impatient and you want clay only, you can always use those baked polymer clay. Just put your piece in and then carefully take it out and then just bake it out. So here I'm going to keep this separately, and I'm going to wait for it to dry. And for the time being, I made this pretty piece yesterday, and you can see that because of my less patience, I kind of broke this part because I kind of took it out very soon. So guys, don't repeat my mistake. I'm going to be using this particular horse today, and then along with that, another base material which I will be using is this memory hardware tags, Frank Garcia's. Frank makes everything so dreamy, everything like so pretty and just pretty. Everything just reminds me of unicorn. So we have this tag, and we'll be using this. It comes as a pack of 12. It's a part of our memory hardware line. And to begin with, I will start with matting my paper. I'm going to keep this particular tag, which we will be making, right over here, so that you can see it clearly. And to mat this tag, I'll use the same paper which I used here, and I will just use the leftover of the paper which was left when I was making this tag. Very simple process. I will take this on the reverse side. I'll put this on the edge so that I can assure everything is straight. And then I have my pencil. Using my pencil, I'm going to draw everything around it, and then I'll use my scissors to cut this piece out. Here we have okay, I've cut the piece out, and I'm going to mat it on my tag. So you'll see that one side is white. It looks more finished than the other one. So we're going to keep the white side as the back, and on the back side I'm going to put this particular piece because this is going to be covered, and so if anybody turns around, they can actually write a message or something. So this works like this. Now the next step is taking your glue glider, any kind of glue. You can use school glue, you can use anything. So I'm using my ATG gun. It is a huge gun. I make so many projects, so that is why I decided to get this big gun so that I can save on these adhesive rolls. I use so much of glue that I used to get those small ones, and I would just always end up finishing the entire thing at one go in like one layout. So here I have my piece on top of it, and the next step which I will do is using my crocodile. I am going to add an eyelet. So these are like again small finishing touches which I always focus on, and I would always suggest that you should focus on these finishing touches. So I'm going to take out my eyelet, and I have a couple here. Let's take this one and do this. So first I will make a hole exactly at where the original tag hole was, And now after that I will add my eyelid piece. Okay, so guys, my tag here is ready, beautiful, like the base of the tag, and it looks like a sky, complete, like a pink pretty galaxy. You know, the ones which was there in that movie, Mary Poppins, the new one, The Return of Mary Poppins. Looks exactly like that. So the base is ready. Now let's get started with doing the mixed media stuff on the base. So in this step, for those of you who have joined me later, I have simply used our memory hardware tags, which look like this, which looks like this, and I've added our Dulce collection paper on top of it, and now I am building everything around it. So I'll be using one of these stencils by Finnair. Super gorgeous, super pretty. I love her designs. They are so perfect for mixed media. And using my spatula knife and my favorite paper texture paste, I will add it. Okay, just for the live show, I am not going to get up and wash this thing right away, although I'm very OCD about it, but I'll just use some baby wipes and try to wipe it so it doesn't get spoiled. The paste would dry very quickly, so that is why I always make sure I clean it. By the time being, this mold which we were preparing, see, my donut is ready. So pretty, right? Like just a pretty donut, a pretty transparent donut. So we can use that element. And yeah, this stencil is very pretty. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and dry this particular piece out. Okay guys, my stencil would dry in a bit. So the next step which I'm going to do is take one of the journaling cards and cut this particular horse out. I'm using my fussy cutting scissors, which are the small Martha Stewart ones, and I am simply going to cut it. I'm very impatient, so this is one area where I feel I can need some more work, cutting it more nicely and properly. I mostly rely on my silhouette machine. Okay, so here I have my hose ready, and yeah guys, everyone is so quiet today. Speak something, talk something, tell us where you are from, tell us what is your favorite Prima collection. So this horse will come here, and along with that I'll add some more elements. So let's do one thing, let's color our molds. Perfect. So I am going to, okay, so this is my box of Prima molds which I have prepared. So usually what I do is I just prepare everything in bunch, like I add my clay and make these beautiful pieces out of it, and then when I am creating stuff, I use them as I go. So this is a good idea. This is a very great idea in case you want your molds on the go. So I really love using our molds. Our molds are so versatile, guys. They add so much of you know, definition and details to our project. So simple process. I'm going to take my pink color, which is vintage rose, and I will simply add color on my mold pieces. I'm just preparing few so that I can use them as I go, and everything requires a little bit of drying time, so I have to keep that in mind too. This beautiful vintage rose color of our Art Alchemy series goes very well with this collection. It completely blends in with this collection. Looks like this particular color was made for this collection. So simple process. I'm taking some water here, and it's very, very easy. And my horse is also colored. Reminds me of Old Town Song, the new one. And I want to color this piece too. So here I have some clay pieces covered. You don't have to fully cover them. I mean, the more not precise you are, the better it looks, what I feel. Simply wipe away, and here I have my tag which I prepared, and like I said, de-stress the edge before we start assembling everything. So I'm going to put my horse like this, and then I will simply go ahead and use a focal flower, like a central flower, for this beautiful tag. So this one looks nice. This can be one of the tag, one of the flower which I'll use, and this can come like this, and rest we will build up around it. Maybe like put our horse like this, right? So now another tip. This is our latest collection, which is Dulce collection by Frank Garcia, and so to add these flowers with a lot of dimension, I always use a stack of chipboard. So I'm going to take out my stack here. So like for example, this is a waste chipboard which I have in my stash. I am simply going to cut it into small squares. When you add dimension to your flowers, it gives you more space to add more details. I think I need some more glue sticks. My glue gun has ran out of it. So let's stack them all up. So here I have a dimensional ready, and I'm going to put it at the back of our flower, and then I'm going to stick it here. Looks perfect, and I'm going to stick this one here, and maybe like hold on for these two. So let's get started with the horse, and this is my one horse, and this is my other one. Perfect. And now the central element, which is this flower, our pretty flower. And another tip which I have is that color coordinate your flowers. This is my basket of pinks, which I use in handy if I need. So I'm gonna put this one here. Let's add this. Vandana, hi Dulce, and hi Sharon. It's so good you guys have joined me today. Let's see if this looks nice. This looks nice, but let's hold on for a bit. I will add this one here, and or maybe this one can be added here. Let's make these tags a little different from each other, like not exactly same. This. I'm looking for some more flowers that can go well. I think I like this pink. Add this pink here. And then I will let's add some filler flowers, which is this one. Put it on top of this, and we have this piece ready here. You can also add this on the top. It looks really nice. Let's add this here. Now, so here you can see our base is ready, right? Like our basically our what we want on our composition is kind of ready. And choosing our flowers is the toughest job for me, guys. Like every flower is so pretty, so it takes me a while to figure out, oh, which flower should go. Like everything looks so nice, and then when you have so many beautiful options, you kind of just don't want to mess up anything. So now I'm going to just take some more filler flowers which were there on my table, and I'm going to just add them at random corners. Let's use this one. I'm going to just put it down. It's so satisfying to see these flowers, like these small flowers. It's just a satisfying moment. I think I'm going to make one of the videos in which I'll be opening all my Prima flowers and just putting them on the table. That's going to be another satisfying video, the popular ones which are there on the internet. And let's add this. Let's add a tint of mint color here. Okay, so I have added some flowers here and there, and one of my favorite flowers which I like in this is this particular flower. And okay guys, just have a look at this one. It is 120 pieces in like just one packet. Like this will last you like forever. So I always urge that get filler flowers as well as the main ones, because they kind of add a lot of completeness to your project. Here I'm gonna add this here. Okay, so I have added my flowers here, and let's see if I can fit in some more. I really like my tag to be overloaded with flowers. And here I have some more. Now, the next step, which is adding some butterflies. Butterflies are my favorite things. Everyone knows it, and I just love adding them to all the projects which I make. And so for that, just a second, like the butterfly part, let me just show you what I do for butterfly. Let me get that paper. So you see this collection which we have, apricot honey. Guys, this has one of the best butterfly sheet which I have ever come across. So there is a sheet which is this one, and I always use this sheet for cutting out my butterflies. So I'll simply take this out. I had one of the sheets which were already cut down, but sometimes it's just hard for me to find my stuff. Like my house is like a Bermuda Triangle. Actually guys, I found it, so let's use this one instead. So here we have this sheet, and I'm going to cut some butterflies. And our elements are so nice and detailed, like I was talking about in the beginning of the class. You can always fussy cut anything out of any paper, and it again it gives more details to your projects. And these are just little things which you do in your project. They kind of make your project look pretty. So I'm going to cut down some butterflies, and I could have done this before, but then I really wanted you guys to see my butterfly sheet. And in case you want to buy this particular sheet separately, it's called All Together by Apricot Honey, and you can easily find it on scrapbook.com or any of the stores, scrapbooking stores, or tell your local scrapbook owners to get the sheet for you. This is like a hot cake sheet, a beautiful butterfly. So it's Apricot Honey collection, and again some more. Let's cut one more butterfly, and then after that I think we'll be good to go. Here. Okay, I am so happy all of you are here. I'm very grateful to you guys for joining me today. I do see 99 of you who are watching this video live right now. So big thank you for that number. Let's add this butterfly now. Simply take your glue gun and add it here. Let's add one more. I like to add my butterflies on top of the flower. So we can add this here. And remember this particular journaling card from which we cut our hose out? How about we take this dreaming part and see if it looks good? Again, with the scrapbooking or any kind of mixed media art, there's a lot of hit or trial. Like, you'll never get it right at the first time. So never ever fear from trying out things. I don't think we can cut it out because it won't be cut in a straight line because of this. So let's use some other element. So for my previous tag, I just used these tickets. Guys, see, so versatile, right? You can cut this ticket in a strip and add it to your dreamy nursery projects. I have made, like I was mentioning, I've made a beautiful project for nursery, and I will be sharing that on the Prima marketing blog very soon. And I've used our beautiful versatile Dulce collection. So I have this. Let's cut some more. I want to see which one looks the best. Here and perfect. So I'm gonna just simply prep both of them up. I think the mint one looks pretty, and it says Dulce too. So let's add this here. Beautiful. Let's see if I can snuck this butterfly also in. Maybe not. Okay. So next step will be adding some more elements. Let's see if something else looks good. Let's check out our ephemera. Beautiful, beautiful ephemera. Thank you guys for joining in and leaving your beautiful comments for me. It really keeps me going. So this is our beautiful ephemera from the Dulce collection. I am going to add this heart. It's very pretty. And for this, I simply use these dimensional squares. And in case you don't have it, guys, don't worry. Remember, I told you how to make your own dimensional using your waste chipboard. Any kind of corrugated chipboard, like your Amazon boxes, just make it out of those. And we have added a heart here. I want to add some more elements. Like, this is a pretty collection. This one says cherry, so let's add cherry here. Yeah, it will look nice here. Or maybe I want to add some art stones here, so I'll leave that place empty. But okay, this one says Dulce, and we can add this on the top, and this would look nice on the top of the ticket. Just use your dimensional, and I really like the fact that my nail color is matching with our collection today. I just love it. Like, everything looks so coordinated when I'm seeing it on the screen right now, because I have a screen open where I can read your comments. I just like it. Everything is so color coordinated. So here we have let's add this arrow. Even this looks nice, right guys? So let's add this arrow, some glue, and here. So when I create my tags, it's like an ongoing process. I just keep on adding materials and stuff and everything, and then I just see where it goes from there. Like, there's no definite hit or trial method which I use. It's just I keep on building it up as I go. So maybe this would look nice here. It will be a good, nice 3D effect. Okay, so this looks nice. Our molds, they go along with everything which I create. Just color them up, paint them up. They are like the perfect accessories. So the base of the tag looks ready to me. What say guys? Do you think anything is missing? No, right? So we're gonna add some finishing touches by adding art stones, and then I'm gonna neutralize everything by adding some white gesso. So my art stones, let's see. Let's have a look at these. So these, I always say, are the best inventions by Finnabair. These art stones are like, they just add so much of definition to the project. So this is one thing which is completely worth investing. So we're going to be using a medium size art stone for our project, and let's add it. So for adding it, I will be using some soft matte gel by Finnabair again. She's a genius, guys, right? So let's add some soft matte gel, and let's use a Finnabair brush. It comes in a set of 7, and they are very inexpensive, very good quality brushes. I have been using them for 1.5, maybe 2 years. Yeah, exactly 2 years now. So I'm gonna add my art stones like this, and drop the rest on this embossing tray. You can always use a paper and then just push the extra dripped one in, and add some more here. Okay, so I've added my art stones, and they look nice on the project. And let's push it back in. Let me close the bottle before I spill it, and make sure you put your brush back in the water. The reason is I've spoiled some brushes, like, and I would hate it if you spoil your nice good brush. So I've put the art stone in, I've put everything in. The next one is going to be coloring my stones and everything, and I'm going to give this particular tag a little bit of golden touch. So for that, I am going to use our paint, acrylic paint. It's called Ancient Coin, and we're going to use these two colors and give it a little bit of gold touch. And before that, we need to dry our art stone. So let's first dry it out as much as we can. Okay guys, it is considerably dry, so I will add some color, and I'm going to take it out. I usually use the color which is there on the lid, because we just need a little bit of it. So we are going to add a lot of pink, to our stones. Like, that's going to be our basis. Those are the medium-sized art stones, Masi, the medium ones. We have the mega ones, then we have mini, and then there are the original, like the medium-sized ones, which are called just art stones. So my pink is all set. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I need to add some more glue. Here it is. Yep. Let me just see. Yeah, it's straight. So pink is added. Now let's add some golden touch. I'm going to add some golden touch on all these mold pieces. Pink and gold make a very nice, perfect combination. And how about we add some golden touch to this one also. And here we have just a little bit of golden touch. Okay, so I've added a golden touch to my tag, and now in the next step, always make sure, no matter how busy you are, lock the bottle properly, because the paints, they do get dry up, and it's a normal property of all the paints in the world. So you wouldn't want your paint to dry up. So I'm going to add some more water here so that the colors, they blend properly. And we have a beautiful tag which is almost ready. So the next step now. So we're going to take some paper texture paste and add some more texture at every corner here. Let's add some more texture, and this kind of gives a very nice snowy effect. You can always use a snow paste too. Even they look super pretty, and mine is stuck somewhere in my craft cabinet and I just don't feel like getting up and getting it right now. But I'm gonna add some whites like this, and this step would actually help you in blending everything. Once this is done, the next thing which we will do is add some white gesso. So this is our white gesso, and I'm going to be using a dabbing brush, which is this one. Put some water and just try to grab some paint which is there on the edge. You don't need a lot, and dab everything with light hands using this brush. Here. So everything looks very beautifully blended in. Now another finishing touch, which is adding these beautiful sage crystals. We have coordinated crystals for every collection which we release. So add some different sized crystals to give it a nice finishing look. Here we have, so guys, this is our tag which we made today in the class, and it looks like a very nice overloaded tag. And oh, I forgot one more thing. So just take some twine and add that to the top of your tag. Here we have. I'm going to fold it. Here I have my top also ready and just cut it. So this is how my tag looks. Now this is my complete finished tag. You go to those Mexican places and you get those overloaded nachos. So this is like an overloaded tag with tons and tons of things going around. And I have my another tag here. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm so happy you all joined, and I am just overwhelmed and grateful that you all are here with me today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave the comment. I'll go through all the comments right after the class and get back if you have any questions. And thanks guys. Have a wonderful day ahead, and weekend is just around the corner, so have fun.